once again to the English version of Senator Shehu Umar Online Academy. If you could remember, or if you have been following us right from the first term of commencing this class, you know that we are solving questions from WAEC and NECO, specifically the 2024, because we are moving with current edition, because we all know that Ministry of Education do update curriculum and update syllabus at any time. That is why referring you back to 2023, 22, 21 is too far. That is why we choose 2024. And to call your attention again, we are introducing the English version of this class because the senator, we know actually that he is representing Bauchi South, but under his office as the chairman, Senate Committee on Security and Intelligence, Senator Shehu Umar, the hero of the entire people of Bauchi State, is serving Nigeria as a whole, as far as that country is concerned. That is why we introduced the English version, so that the tutorial should cut across national and international boundaries. We are now here with question 1 from WAEC 2024. Here is the question. The question says, the time taken to buy fuel at a filling station varies directly as the number of vehicles, V. The time was symbolized by the letter small t and the vehicle was symbolized by the letter small v in a queue, and varies inversely as the number of pumps, P, available at the station. In a station with 5 pumps, it took 10 minutes to fuel 20 vehicles. Find the relationship between P and V. B, they say time takes to fuel 50 vehicles at the station with 2 pumps. What this question is telling us is that in a filling station, if time taken to fuel a vehicle in a filling station is symbolized by letter T and the vehicle V inversely proportional to the number of pumps, and we all know that in a filling station there is a relationship between the number of pumps, because it is the pump that fuel those vehicles. Then there is a relationship between, because as you are fueling the vehicles, the time is reading. Therefore, there is a relationship between the time, the number of pumps, and the vehicle themselves. That is why we are saying there is a relationship, and based on this question, they say we should first of all write the relationship between the T, V, and P. As we have been telling you, if a question was given to you in mathematics, the first thing that's supposed to come into your mind is to be able to know the topic which that question actually comes from. In regard to this question comes from a topic known as variation in mathematics. And we have different types of variation. We have direct variation, we have inverse variation, we have partial variation, and we have the joint variation. But in regard to this question, WAEC combine 2 types of variation in a single question, direct and the inverse. Therefore, let's go straight to deal with this question. Now, this question comes like this. The relationship, the first question said that we should find the relationship. The relationship is like this. T varies. This symbol that you are seeing is a symbol of variation. T varies directly as V. If a letter varies directly as another letter, that means that letter varies directly as the letter will be at the numerator. Both of them will be in line. Means T varies directly as V. That means P varies directly as V. But if it varies inversely, that is when the denominator comes into notice. That means varies inversely as P. Inverse direct variation is T equals to T varies as V. But inverse variation is just as 1 all over V. That is how it is. If you look at it, T varies directly as V, but also varies inversely as P. Therefore, we have to eliminate this sign of variation and introduce the sign of equality. There is a mathematics condition there in changing the sign of variation to equality sign. And the mathematics condition is introduce a constant which is known as constant of variation. Here we make K to be our constant of variation. Means T equal to K. This is the only number that comes new if you compare the equation 2 and equation 1. V is there, P is there, V is there, P is there. But K was introduced as our constant of variation. And T equals to K, V all over P. Between K and V, it is multiplication sign. The relationship between K and V is multiplication. This is the relationship. Then we are to find the value of K, because here we are given the time taken to be 10 minutes. That means in place of t, we put 10 minutes. And from the same question, we are given the number of vehicles to be 20. In place of v, we put 20. All over p, we have been given the number of pumps to be 5 pumps. In place of p, we put 5. That means our 10 equal to k times 20 all over 5. Therefore, this 10 is here. You now come back here. You say your 10 is there. Equals to k times 20 is 20k all over 5. Therefore, you have fraction here. You can cross multiply and you can multiply both sides by 5. We use multiply both sides by 5. So that here is the right hand side. 10 times 5. That means this 5 equals to 20k all over 5 is our left hand side times 5 based on the statement of multiplying both sides. This 5 cancel this 5. In this side we are left with 20k. 10 times 5 is 50. Our value of interest is k. Our value of interest is what? K. That means we don't have interest in 20. The mathematics rule say that you should divide both sides by a coefficient of k, which happen to be 20 here. So that 20 cancel 20, here we are left with k. Therefore, in the right hand side we are left with 50 divided by 20. Our k will be equals to 50 divided by 20, which is 2.5. You are done with Roman figure A of the equation. Then goes to Roman figure B, which say that if the number of vehicles, that means you should find the time taken to fuel 50 vehicles in the station with 2 pumps. Therefore, 50 vehicles now. 50 vehicles will now come back to your relationship. This is the relationship T equal to K V all over P. You introduce the relationship here again. T equals to K V all over P. T is the value of interest now. You continue calling it T. Our K is now 2.5. You say 2.5 times the number of vehicles. They say 50 vehicles times 50. All over P, they say we are no longer using 5 pumps. You are told to use 2 pumps to fuel 50 vehicles, and your constant of proportionality is 2.5. You now say 2.5 times 50 will give you 125. Divide by the number of pumps, which is 2, it will be 125 divided by 2, which is equals to 62.5 minutes. Means the time taken to fuel, the time taken to use 2 pumps in fueling 50 vehicles in that same station, having the constant of proportionality to be 2.5, the time taken is 62.5 minutes. This is the first question on WAEC, the first question in WAEC 2024. Please, if you have any problem in regard to this solution, our WhatsApp channel is there, our Facebook channel is there, our YouTube channel is there. We are all aiming to make sure we try to by all means make you have interest and also confidence in the upcoming WAEC and NECO, which is also the aims of Senator Shehu Buba Umar himself and the Senator Shehu Buba Umar Online Academy. Thank you. Any other problem you have, forward it to the channel for further clarification.